Nigeria, for us to move forward, we need unity. So many countries, when you talk about in the late 50s, early 60s, there was prediction that Nigeria and XYZ countries will be at par. I don't want to go into mentioning those names. And you normally ask yourself, why are we still where we are? This was predicted by intellectuals, people who study the world and look at the world trends, and predicted that Nigeria, Brazil, India, blah, 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 will be this. All those countries have left us. A Nigerian must see himself as a Nigerian. If by divine providence you win the election, your first responsibility is to unite Nigeria. Without unity, we cannot solve our economic problems. Of course, Peter Obi, as my younger brother.
A lot is going on in our country, Nigeria, and most times when I look at the things happening in Nigeria, sometimes I just want to cry. Sometimes I become totally confused. I want you to watch this video, pay attention to everything going on in this video. Don't forget, share it on all social media platforms, share with your friends and loved ones. God bless us to do so. Watch this video.
So first, let me welcome you and your team. I will be very fast because of the time you got to fly to Asaba. And to thank you for finding time to come and pay the courtesy call. So I have to thank you that you are the first, because I came here 2 days ago. I have to use this unique opportunity to encourage you in what you are doing. Nigeria, for us to move forward, we need unity. So many countries, when you talk about in the late 50s, early 60s, there was prediction that Nigeria and XYZ countries will be at par. I don't want to go into mentioning those names. And you normally ask yourself, why are we still where we are? This was predicted by intellectuals, not ordinary people. People who study the world and look at the world trends, and predicted that Nigeria, Brazil, India, blah, 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 will be this. All those countries have left us. But we are still where we are. And we Nigerians must ask ourselves one question. Why have we not been able to move with others? There is, in terms of tribal sentiment, racist sentiments, and so on, it's almost every nation. But the degree we have in Nigeria is very debilitating. It's what is pushing us backward. We have a country that we don't believe we belong into that country. Most of our leaders will say, Nigeria is not a nation. We have different nationalities. It's a geographical expression, all kinds of terms. And I believe that the young people especially, if we must move forward, we must leave those sentiments aside. Every nation, every country, they have their own history. A Nigerian must see himself as a Nigerian. And we must see ourselves as one. And if I am the president, if the best person to hold a particular office is either from Enugu or from Ibadan or from Sokoto or from Yenagua or from Calabar, it doesn't matter. And until we get to that point, as a nation, we cannot move anywhere. We'll be putting square pegs in round holes and round pegs in square holes because of religious sentiments, tongue sentiments, tribal sentiments. And I believe that if by divine providence you win the election, your first responsibility is to unite Nigeria. Without unity, we cannot solve our security problems. Without unity, we cannot solve our economic problems. So if you unite Nigeria, that is the beginning of a new Nigeria and a revolution, development or otherwise, that will take place. I've been listening to comments from, of course, the political leaderships, and sometimes even our supporters do more damage than on our behalf. And I must commend you, because your utterances so far have not shown any division. I must commend you on that. And just keep doing what is right, because you are to be if you win, you'll be a president for the whole nation. You'll not be a president for any group of people. But I must commend the Labour Party, the transition. Though sometimes people complain about the media, social media supporters. But to you, nobody has made any negative reference about your vision for this country. So, my brothers, my sisters, thank you for coming. Maybe we'll have time for more elaborate conversation, but on behalf of my family, thank you sincerely for coming to pay us this courtesy call. It's a big honor, because you don't really need to come and see me. I'm just one individual. But you'll now come to greet me. Of course, Peter Obi is my younger brother, and he's been quite, he's a friend, a younger friend. He showed that clearly. But he's a good man. That is, I can say that he's a good man. Thank you. So thank you. Daddy,
sir,
you're also a good man. Oh.
Thank you, sir.
And I know you before today.
Thank you, sir.
So I know you're a good man.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you.
I'm sure you have watched the video. You see, I keep telling people this, that there are so many reasons we need to pray for our country, Nigeria. I know that some of us don't like the idea of praying for Nigeria because we have given up on Nigeria. But personally, I think about it and I don't blame a lot of us. I don't blame us for saying that we shouldn't pray for our country, Nigeria, but we need to understand that it is still very important. Reason being that I've always mentioned this, if you have been following me on this channel, that Nigeria is the only country we have. For now, I know some of us are agitating for Biafra, some of us will do the Republic, some people are even talking about Arewa Republic. Yes, no problem. That is okay. It's your choice. It's your decision. I'm not going to ask you not to wish for another country or agitate for another country, but I need us to still understand that this country, Nigeria, is the country we have right now. So we must do whatever we can to protect it. Another reason is that I always say this to people, that whatever is going on in this country affects you and I more than the people that are putting us in this mess we are currently in right now. I've always said this, especially to my brothers and sisters that are agitating for Biafra, that it's important for us to understand that Biafra is not going to come when we want it to come, and we cannot achieve it by fighting. I've always said it because I've been hearing some people saying, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's go here, let's do here. I need you to understand that one weapon and two we can use to get the Biafra we are looking for is that weapon of prayer, believe it or not. Now, talking about our country, Nigeria. You see this country, if you look at the things happening in the country, you will ask yourself just these two questions. One, where are we going to as a country? And number two, how can we get out of the mess we are currently in this country? I've asked myself that question several times because whenever it looks like we want to make progress, the next day, boom, something else that will suggest that we are not going anywhere will just spring up. A lot is going on in this country. And you also want to ask yourself, do we really have leaders in this country? Do we really have leaders that have the interest of the citizens of Nigeria at heart in this country? Because I am sometimes shocked about the things happening in our country, Nigeria, and that is why most times I ask all that we do well to pray for our country, Nigeria. We need to pray because some of the things happening is confusing. You look at the way things are going, prices of things. In fact, even recently the fuel price dropped. But ask yourself, why are things still expensive? Why are things still messed up in this country, Nigeria? Look at what happened at Benue State. Look at. But what our politicians are busy doing is fighting. 2027 is coming again. What they are now busy doing is trying to confuse you so that you come and give them your vote again. This person is not saying this person is bad. That person is not saying this person, that person is bad. Everybody is trying to give their own, say something that will put them in the best position for all to win the election. But if they enter there, they will do nothing. They will do nothing. Sometimes I look at these people and I ask myself, do these people think that we are still fools? Is that what they think? And the one that pains me the most are some of our youth, young people. You see them, despite the things going on in this country, they are still busy talking about politics, talking about tribe. And I've always said it here, that 3 things are just the thing killing this country. Number 1, politics. Number 2, tribalism. And number 3, religion. If we can deal with these 3 things, I'm telling you that the problem of Nigeria will be solved. The problem of Nigeria will be solved. 2027 is coming. Election is approaching again. People are now taking side. Oh, this is my candidate. That is my candidate. We have forgotten so quick where we are coming from. Some of us are not ready because we benefit from these people, are not ready to make the wrong decision again because of the things they are willing to offer us. And that is why I told you people in the past, if you remember, that these people, what they are doing, the reason why you are seeing the things you are seeing in this country is like these people are weaponizing hardship and poverty. So whenever they bring bag of rice, people will take it and vote for them. We need to change that mindset. Emancipate yourself from that mental slavery of waiting for every 4 years to collect the bag of rice before you can be able to afford it. Can't you walk and buy your own bag of rice? You can, but they have made the system in a way that it has become impossible or very difficult for a lot of people to be able to afford 1 bag of rice. They have. You look at this country, Nigeria, a country full of potential, a country full of talented individuals, a country blessed by God. See how messed up the country is. When I watch videos like that and I decide to talk, I really don't even bother much about the things they are ranting and talking about. We are looking at how can this country get better? What do we need to do for the country to move forward? These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. These are the solutions we should be looking for. Not every day this one will come, I support this, I support that, I did. No. But if we keep talking from now till tomorrow, nothing is going to change. We have heard so many things happening in the country. A lot of things have been exposed, but nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Few months ago, I came across a video of a young man saying something serious about this our country, Nigeria. But as usual, when people are talking, we really don't pay attention. This guy was talking about something concerning the Nigeria Nigeria crude oil, about how some politicians and people, he even mentioned about our president Bola Ahmed Tinubu's name, that they have refinery in a country called Malta, that they take our crude oil to that place, refine it and bring it back. Look, just watch this video.
Guys, you will be shocked what I found out about the president of Nigeria. He is a shareholder and a board member, himself and 2 other family members of a refinery in Malta. The problem they're giving to Dangote is because they want that all of Nigerian crude, most of it anyway, a few percentage of it, to be refined in Malta, in a private refinery where the president of Nigeria and a few members of his family are board members and shareholders. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. So they're refusing to give Dangote crude oil so they can send it to Malta, where the president has shares in the refineries.
I'm sure you have watched that video. You see, we need to wake up as a country. I'm not saying we should go and fight, because I've always said it, that fighting is not going to solve the problem. Some people say, oh, let's go and protest, let's go and do this. Remember EndSARS. We tried it. What happened? We did end back government protest. What changed? That is why when I say let us pray for our country, Nigeria, I'm not mad for saying that. We need to understand that The Bible said something. He said that if God is not there, he said that the watchman watcheth in vain and the builder buildeth in vain. So we must position ourselves in a place, in a position where we are not going to be laboring and fighting in vain. So the things I'm talking about, a lot is happening in the country. And until we rise up in one mind, in one voice, to say enough is enough in prayer, nothing is going to change. I said it. We need to pray for Nigeria. We need to pray, because all these things you are seeing, some of the things you are even seeing happening here and there, I don't want to even say much about it. But I'm telling you that if our politicians, our leaders decide that today they are going to put an end to some of the mess happening in the country, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, they will do it. You see the video you have just watched? Just let me know your thought about it in the comment section, because I don't have the energy to be talking about all these things that we have been hearing and all these things that I don't have the energy for that. We need to find solution for this country. 2027 campaign will soon start heavily. They will come out again to be deceiving people. They will come out again to be deceiving people. Yes, that is what we are. This one now, they will not be exposing themselves. It's a lie. They all know themselves. It's a game. Have you not heard that in politics there is no permanent friend and there is no permanent enemy? The people quarreling today can be friends tomorrow. We have seen people support PDP and after everything they come to APC. We have seen APC support APC and later they come to PDP. They keep swapping, making a fool out of us. Let us pray for Nigeria. Let us pray. And I know that by the special grace of God, everything is going to be all right again. I know so. I don't know how it is going to happen. This is not prophecy, but I trust that someday, somehow, Nigeria will be better, Nigeria will be bigger, and Nigeria will be greater again. I don't know how it is going to happen, but I know that it will surely happen. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so whenever I post another video, you'll be notified. Turn on subscribe button to say thank you to you. Thank you for this stopping by to watch our video. Please don't forget, share the video, also share with the platform, share with your friends and loved ones. God bless as you do so. I'll see you in the next one. You are blessed.